teach you how to chart levels. Here recently, I came across a way on how to chart your levels that when a stock is coming up to it, you can trust it and make actionable decisions based on what's coming up. Without further ado, I want to jump into this video. If you like it, subscribe, hit the like button, and share it with somebody. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into the video. Okay, so here I have pulled up the SPY chart, which is what we primarily trade every day. If you watch any of my trade recap videos, you've seen this chart. I have pulled up a blank one so that I can teach you guys how I charted mine, and it's based on somebody who taught me in a little master class a couple months ago. So first, I had to go and make a new time frame. It's a 10-year chart, and the aggregation period is quarterly. So what I've done, what you're going to do on this is there's going to be 4 levels, right? There's going to be your quarterly level, there's going to be your monthly level, your weekly level, and your daily level. When I first did it, I even did the 4-hour. That's a lot to do. And it can get really jumbled, and I won't lie to you. I only use 2 of them now, and that's the quarterly and the monthly. But I would suggest to you at least do quarterly, monthly, and weekly so that you can have some reliable levels. So we're starting out with the quarterly. And with the quarterly, another thing you can do if you're charting on Thinkorswim is turn on your snap button, your snap, so that whenever you're doing this process can be a little bit cleaner. What you're going to do is you're going to, on this quarterly level, you're going to do every top and bottom wick going from left to right. And you can see the more you do it, the less you'll have to do when it gets later on down the road. I'm not going to do them all right now. Let me see. I don't think this one took on the right spot. So what you're going to notice, let's look at this little up and down here. Some of the lines that you're going to draw, it's going to bounce, and those are these retests that we see on a day-to-day basis. And let me back up for a second. The reason that this guy chose the quarterly chart, these are big key levels that, according to him, through his years of studying the market, these are where institutions make their biggest transactions. These can be very high levels of support or resistance. So whenever I'm trading and we're coming up to a quarterly level, if we blow through it, most of the time we're going to keep going whichever way we're going, up or down. And if we bounce off of it, that can be an indication of just like a very heavy resistance. So you're going to want to do every top and bottom wick on all of these candles. And then, like I said, the more you do it, the more you're going to see, like here, you can see you only have to do this one because it bounced off of here already. So once you get to a certain point, you're going to see that these levels are kind of very consistent and reliable, which is why I said it's it's the best way to go about this because you can make actionable decisions based on these levels. So you do that. That's one color. I don't suggest white if you're going to do white candles. And if you're wondering why I have all white candles, that's in another video where I talk about ways to help yourself from getting faked out by the psychology of green and red candles. So what we're going to do there. So you got that. You'll do that all the way up and down the chart. And I will show you what my chart looks like at the end of this, obviously. Then you're going to come down and you're going to do the same thing starting on the monthly. I suggest, obviously, if you have to make a little chart for yourself, I would do that. You're going to do the same thing on the monthly because it's not a lot of candles to go through, like, let's be honest. And then on Thinkorswim, to save your time, I change the color here. And then you can click it and hit spacebar, and that automatically creates a new level. Just a little time-saving thing for you to learn right there. You're going to do the same thing anywhere where it's flat. Go ahead and put it there, tops and bottoms. When you come up to something like here, where you see this top, and there's not much of a wick, and the wick is real short on this one, what you want to do is you just want to line it up right there because you can see that those two areas are a very strong support or resistance level. Trying to do enough so that it makes sense whenever I break it down to the next one. So you can see right here in this one too, like these are all really close. And like I was taught, you shouldn't have to do this. Like once you get to a certain point, most of these are going to be taken up already because they're going to have bounced off that level. So they're very reliable. Okay. Hopefully that's enough to get us through to the next one. Okay. Now you're going to go through and you're going to go to your weekly. Oh, it wasn't enough. Darn. Let's see. Where does this one start? 2021. Let me go up a little higher and do that one real quick. We'll go up a little higher just so you guys can see what it's supposed to look like. And, you know, some of it we're never going to get back to, hopefully. If we do, we're all living in scary times. You absolutely want to make sure on every one of them that you're getting the high and the low also. Let's see. All right, now let's see if we can move on to the next one. All right, the weekly. So we did quarterly. We did monthly. Now we're doing the weekly. So I'm going to copy this one. When we get to the weekly, we're not going to do every single top and bottom. What we're going to do is we're going to look for outliers. Like stuff like that. It's a nice little gap right there. A lot of this wick stuff, you're going to start to look for stuff where you can see here and here there's levels where it's bounced on and off of. You want to look for places where it's rejected or supported multiple times. Like right here, you can see it's kind of a point. Right here, you can see it rejected a couple times. So that could be a strong point of resistance. The top is already similar to the other one we did right there. I know there's wicks, but the wicks bounced off of the monthly level. So I'm trying to get enough just to show you the concept of it. It does take a little bit, but it is completely worth it. It's changed part of my trading, so I do suggest giving it a shot. And then there's the daily. Now, like I said, this can be overkill. And I'm going to show you a picture of overkill because I've done the ES chart and the SPY chart. Obviously, this one, you're going to do the same thing. Come down here and get that low. We're going to change the color of this. Again, if you need to make a color chart so you remember what every level is, you can do that. What I did is I changed this right here. I would put, so for this, I would say daily level, and it'll show the name on the right and show the price. Bring it up here so you can see it better. We'll get this high. That way I have the reminder. This is a daily level. Yeah. So when you get to the weekly and the daily, you're looking for stuff like this. Stuff like this right down in here. See all those wicks where it's bounced. I would even suggest maybe where the candles themselves bounced. Kind of got a double bounce off of this. Just use your judgment. You know if you traded enough. I know I said this for beginners, but something you will learn if you haven't already, that it is easily, it's easy to be faked out. So you want to give yourself the best possible chance of seeing what's coming. To the best of your ability. All right, so that's the concept. I'm going to show you what my SPY chart looks like now with it all done. Get rid of this trend line. Let me see. Let me go to the quarterly so you can see. It looks like a hot mess. It really does. Nothing compared to what I'm about to show you on ES. But as you can see, I've gone through and I've done all of these levels. And I'm telling you, it really, really pays off. The reason I have these trend lines right now are because of the trading that we've been doing recently. Yeah. Let me show you ES real quick. So you can see what overkill looks like. Let me see. Where'd it go? Now, I went real in depth. The first time I did this, and you're going to see it looks fine to a degree when you're looking at this 10-year thing. But once you get down to the levels that you're trading, I mean that can be a lot to look at. Especially if you've got your indicators going at the same time. It can really mess with your head. And it can make it hard to play levels if you're trying to. So, like for ES, I backed it up and I took away the 4-hour. When I switched to SPY, I didn't even do the daily. I just did. What did I have? I don't even think I have the monthly on SPY, which I might need to go back and do that. Yeah, I probably need to go back and do the monthly myself. But I was just finding that these sorry. Oh, I did my monthlies in a different color. Okay, so I did the quarterly and the monthly, and I didn't do weekly, daily. These two in themselves are really good. But if you want to pinpoint, try to pinpoint, it just depends on your trading style. If you want to get real technical, you can go all the way down. I mean, you can go all the way down there, but I don't suggest it. I would say that at the most the 4-hour. For me, I've pulled it back to where I might go back and put the weeklies on. We'll see. It's just a lot of charting. And the monthly levels are very they're pretty reliable within themselves. So take that, do some good with it. I hope it can help you if you've already been trading. And if you're new, it's a great place to start. It's a lot better than where I started. So, take this and do something great with it. I hope it helps. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe for more educational stuff. And like this video. It'll help my channel grow and reach other people who I would like to help. And don't forget, I'm not live streaming my trades yet. But every week, every day, I do a trade recap. So be sure to check that out. And a lot of valuable information from my success and mistakes. And I'll catch you guys later.